time now for Consumer Confidential with David Lazarus, who is here with us in studio.
Nice to see you. Let's get right into it. So Amazon, some layoffs are coming.
Not just some, thousands, and that means thousands more. And let's put some top spin on this. For 10 years now, the tech sector has been at the forefront of the bull market that has created trillions of dollars in wealth in the stock market. And now the tech sector is in a time of retrenchment. In fact, you could say it's unprecedented. Today, Amazon announcing that it is firing another 9,000 workers. This follows them giving the heave-ho to 18,000 other jobs in January. And then more context here, Meta, the Facebook parent, they laid off 10,000 workers this month after sacking 11,000 others previously last November. Google has said adios to 12,000 workers. Microsoft has said sayonara to 10,000. You put it all together, and the tech sector has bid farewell to over 100,000 workers in the last year alone. And that's remarkable when you think about, first, all the wealth this sector has created, but second, that it was always seen as one of the most desirable places to get a job. If you could get a job there, for example, Google, you got to run through hoops, you got to pass tests, you practically got to be a Mensa candidate to get a job there. And now everything is different. And it tells us that going forward, this is not the same Silicon Valley. I mean, prior, we're talking free food, free amenities, all sorts of things that would create a kind of lifetime employment situation like you once saw in Japan. Now, no, Silicon Valley is signaling very clearly to its workforce and to people who would like to be in its workforce that those days are done. And yes, these companies will love you and they'll love you to death as long as it's convenient. And as soon as it's not, they will say goodbye. And I wonder how that plays out on the innovation front, because if you can't keep everybody feeling happy and feeling like they are into it for the long haul, will they really be as productive and as innovative as they had been? I wonder.
Where do these jobs go? Like, what do these people do after? Because if the other tech sector isn't hiring, like, oh, I work at Google, maybe I'll go to Meta, but they're not hiring. What do they do?
I think the answer to that is some of these skills, especially when it comes to coding, are now so ubiquitous, they go to Hollywood, for example. Or they go to other places that now have a very digital strength to them, and they land there. So it's not like these skills are unique to Silicon Valley, although they once were. Yeah. Now everything's digital. So.
Now they'll get the perks at the Netflix lot instead of the Google lot.
I just always thought it was interesting because in that letter, that internal memo that was sent, announcing the release, they said it's 3% of our workforce. Right. So trying to downplay it a little bit. And they mentioned things like, oh, this is for the long-term investment to our customers. Right. And is that just jargon?
Well, Amazon CEO Andy Jassy in that same memo said this is important for the long-term health of Amazon. I'm not sure. Amazon is a cyclical company. Long-term, I wonder. He also cited economic uncertainty, as all of the big tech companies have. But that too is cyclical. Booms and busts are just simply common to the business world. So to cite economics as uncertainty when you sack tens of thousands of workers, where does that stop?
But uncertainty definitely ties into our next topic, the Fed. Are we going to see interest rates rise?
Great question. Yeah. We don't know. Here's what we do know. Tomorrow, the Fed has one of its regularly scheduled get-togethers where all the governors and officials come together. On Wednesday is when Fed Chief Jerome Powell steps up and announces the intentions of the central bank for interest rates. Now, prior to the whole banking mess, it had been anticipated that there could be a half-point interest rate increase, the 9th in the last year, because of economic stats recently showing that both the economy and inflation remain stubbornly high. But now that the banking mess is here, there's been calls for the Fed to take a bye, to skip one of these rate hikes and maybe wait till May and let the dust settle on the banking sector first. So this is kind of a Sophie's choice for Powell. How do you approach this very, very difficult decision? Do you show consumers that you feel their pain by raising rates some more to try and bring down inflation? Or do you show banks that you feel their pain by not touching interest rates at all, because that would raise borrowing costs and hammer them as well? This is why Powell makes the big bucks trying to make a decision like that. My sense, he's going to announce a quarter-point rate hike. Not too big, not too small, so there's a Goldilocks level in there. Second, I think if he skips doing the rate hike, what that's going to signal to the market is that maybe the Fed's more worried about the banks than we had thought, and that could cause more sell-offs of bank stocks, which is not where the Fed wants to be. So I think skipping it is difficult, but it just shows what a difficult needle this is to thread.